What is going on, everyone? Seth with Only Kinda Everything, and I think the question that's on everybody's mind right now, at least in the wrestling sphere, what do you want to talk about? And I think the answer to that is Cody Rhoads. Man, what a 7 days. From winning the Royal Rumble and being the first guy to do it back-to-back in years. Adding him to the list with Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, Hogan, that's a big deal. So here we are, and it definitely looks like The Rock is taking that spot from Cody. I think I'm basically going to be echoing what a lot of people are saying right now. And that's very simply that we want Cody. And, man, I think the thing about the we want Cody, it's not that people don't want Rock versus Roman. I think the thing is everybody is seeing through this and they're like, nah, everything to this point has been leading to Cody Rhoads versus Roman Reigns. That's what makes sense. You have a lot of, I don't know a lot of people, but you have the argument with people saying, well, it's Roman and Rock. That's a WrestleMania main event. It's going to draw money. Yeah, it's going to draw money. Duh. And not only is it going to draw money, but it's going to draw money any card you put it on because it's Roman Reigns versus The Rock. So I fail to see why we need WrestleMania. I get the idea, the grandeur. Oh, it's WrestleMania. But I have always been of the belief that you could do Roman versus The Rock at Elimination Chamber, and then Cody can get his WrestleMania main event. And in a timeline sense, that would make sense. If you don't put the title, if you put the title on the line, Roman's going to win. If you don't put the title on the line, which if you asked me, that would be the way to do it. Do Roman Rock for the head of the table, the family business, but don't put the title on the line. Rock can theoretically beat Roman Reigns, which begins the shattering of the bloodline and allows Cody to beat him with no shenanigans because there's nobody there to shenanigan for Roman. Dave Meltzer, I don't like calling people out who like this. I do it every once in a while, but Dave Meltzer made a comment that, everybody is mad about Cody Rhoads. And he said, in this tweet or whatever X calls them, he mentions that, Cody's going to be fine in the long run. But he basically says, it doesn't make sense to be mad about Cody Rhoads and not mad about Vince McMahon or not talking about Vince McMahon. I think the thing is that people are mad about the Vince McMahon thing. You can be mad about more than one thing at one time. But this is also I would say it's two very different situations. Vince McMahon and the allegations and the lawsuit against him are very real. They are very personal. And, they are content warning, if you will. In terms of people, content creators, it is a lot more difficult to talk about what is happening with Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, and that whole lawsuit because of the content that is within why Vince is being sued, everything that's going on. Whereas Cody Rhoads, it's partially a story, partially real. But it's not the same level of, this is a real big deal thing. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Vince too much. He doesn't deserve any more time than he has already consumed of everybody's life. I'm guessing Cody's next step is likely, if they're really not going to do Roman versus Cody, which, if they gun that out, well, hold up. Cody is likely going to face Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania. Rollins and Cody can have a good match. I just don't know how I feel about seeing it again. There's been talk that maybe, the fans turn on Rock. I believe Rock said he's going to be in Vegas for the press conference, which makes sense. If there's a fan presence, it'll be interesting to see if Rock gets booed. He's already started deleting negative comments about him. So it will be interesting to see if you get him in front of live audiences again, you're going to get that immediate pop of, oh, it's The Rock. Yay, we love Rocky. But in every time SmackDown has been mentioned over the last, couple days, be it at a house show, at NXT Vengeance, people were booing. It does make you wonder, when Rock comes out in front of a live crowd, is he going to get the same reaction? Are people going to actively boo Rock? In a way, I kind of hope so. Not that I don't like The Rock. He's one of the most entertaining guys of all time. He's on a lot of people's Mount Rushmores of all times. Definitely one of the best talkers to ever do it. So I think it'll be interesting to see how Rock handles a crowd that's turned on him. It's happened once, 2015 when he came out to try and endorse Roman Reigns. We all remember that. He got booed, and you could visibly see Rock just be like, this is different. I don't know what to do with this. So kind of hope that we see that again, just to see what WWE reacts. Obviously going into this, they're going to want to book Roman Reigns as the biggest heel on the planet, and that's kind of what he is, But if the fans turn on Rock and start cheering Roman, are WWE going to pivot? If they're determined to go through with this match, are they going to pivot and let Roman be portrayed as the face? Are they going to portray The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, one of the biggest actors in the world, as the bad guy? It's an interesting thought, especially given, Dwayne is now on the TKO board. We can get into the whole logistics of how he was on the board, and within 48 hours or whatever it was, he was taking the main event spot from Cody. But, is it possible that potentially we get a Brock Lesnar Goldberg reaction from the live crowd, where it's just we see through what's happening? Nobody actively believes that Rock is going to beat Roman. Does the WrestleMania crowd turn? Do they boo? Do they just get up and leave? That's another option. Imagine the sight of Rock versus Roman as people are just filing out. I always want the best for the workers, but man, it will, the next 2 months are going to be interesting to see how WWE handles this, and if this push for Cody Rhoads to finish the story, if they change that, do they stay true to where they've been going with Cody, or do they stay true to this idea that, Roman Rock is a money match? And it is, but does it need to happen at WrestleMania? I guess that's the question that really needs answered. Officially speaking, Cody Rhoads has not said he's challenging Seth Rollins. Officially speaking, Rock has not said that he's facing Roman Reigns. They could always backpedal and always turn, but they haven't. And like I said, it'll be interesting to see. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you want to see Roman versus Rock? Are you one of the guys that are on that? Do you want #WeWantCody? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't want to keep too much of your time, guys. Thank you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!